The Longer Winter. Written and created by T. Bradley. Narrated by Ben Hauck. The Longer Winter. There once was a family of birds named the Robinsons. They lived in the national forest, high in the trees, where several other bird families lived. They resided in a normal bird family neighborhood, in a normal bird family town. There was a dad named Henry, a mom named Mary, a teen brother named Christopher, Chris for short, a little sister named Nicole, and a baby brother named Danny. One cold, windy fall day, when the leaves were in their full fall colors, Henry was outside talking to the foreman from the Pelican Moving Company, a monkey named Mr. Bob. "I like the fall moving special you have," Henry told Mr. Bob as he handed over his credit card. "It helps out a lot." "Yes," Mr. Bob said, swiping the credit card on his tablet and giving Henry the receipt. "We've got a lot of takers on this special." Mr. Bob saw two monkeys bringing bags out of the Robinsons' house and packing them onto the backs of the pelicans. "Make sure the strapping is tight," Mr. Bob yelled to the monkeys. "Watch the weight, and make sure to put on an extra strap." One of the monkeys saluted Mr. Bob, and everyone got back to work. Christopher was inside his room playing video games with his headset, whereas his dad was working with Mr. Bob. His friends online were talking through their headsets about going to a beach party, but Chris was focused on the army mission game they were playing. "Hey Jimmy," Chris warned his friend. "Watch your flank. I saw someone over there." "I got it," Jimmy said. "Hey guys." A girl's voice called out over the headsets. "I'm running low on ammo." "I'll give you some of mine, Crystal," Chris offered. "A box of chocolate-covered grenades, too," Jimmy teased. "Shut up, Jimmy," Chris said. He knew his friend was just teasing him for liking Crystal and not telling her, but it still bugged him. "Okay, everybody," David said. "Keep an eye out for snipers." A second later, gunshots blasted from the game, with snipers firing at Chris and his friends, and their group firing back. "Chris! Christopher!" Henry yelled from Chris's doorway. "Hey! Stop playing that game and come help me board up the other side of the house." Chris reached up and took one side of his headset off to hear his dad better. "Okay, Dad, let me finish this last life." His dad folded his arms and said, "Okay, this shouldn't take long." Chris died right away, and his dad laughed before heading out. "Gotta go, guys," Chris said into his headset. "My dad wants me to help board up the house before we leave for winter." "Christopher D. Robinson," Chris heard his dad shout. "Coming." Chris hung up on his friends and ran out of his room. He tripped over one of Danny's baby toys and fell into a bucket of soapy water that his mom was using to mop the floors. Bubbles streamed off of his head, and baby Danny popped one of them and laughed. His dad saw him, and he laughed as he helped Chris up. "Let's get to work." Chris and his dad went outside on the porch and started boarding up the windows. "Dad?" Chris said, wanting to ask his dad a question about girls that he'd been wondering for a while. "How did you know Mom was the one?" "Well, Chris," his dad said, "your mom was a cheerleader for the Blue Jays football team back in high school. I was the manager/water boy for the team and would mess up every time she came around." Chris laughed at the image of his clumsy father and his cheerleader mother. He'd known they met in high school, but had never asked for the full story. "We both saw something in each other back then, and that was it. Don't worry, son. You will know when you know. And if you ever need some advice on anything, Chris, I'm here for you." "I know, Dad. Thanks," Chris said. "No problem." They finished nailing boards on one of the windows and moved to another one, and Chris's dad changed the conversation. "Did your license come in the mail yet?" "Not yet," Chris said nervously, "but it's being delivered today by UPS." "Good, good," Dad said, "because you know you can't travel without it." I know, Chris said. "Online tracking says today."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?